Hi, I'm Keelyn, and you're watching Keelyn's Kitchen, Episode 2.
It's Keelyn's Kitchen.
Sure is.
Oh yeah, my kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen is Keelyn. Keelyn's Kitchen. Keelyn's Kitchen. It's Keelyn's Kitchen.
On today's episode, we're going to be making citrus barbecue chicken, served with white rice, citrus, and orange zest, topped off with fresh green onions. But before we get started, let's take a closer look at the key ingredients needed for the recipe. For the chicken, we have paprika for a hint of color and spice, garlic powder to complement the garlic cloves, and because I just love garlic, fajita seasoning, although not a fajita, I find it brings out the taste tremendously. And like I said, to top it off with citrus and zest of an orange, barbecue sauce mixed with spicy garlic sauce, and buttered white rice. Let's get started, shall we? So we're gonna put the chicken in the bowl, we're gonna wash the chicken, and then we're gonna come back, season the chicken, and then put it in the oven for 375 for 30 minutes. And so while we're doing that, we're gonna prep the sauce and then have that cooking on the stove as well to put the chicken on to cook with that, and then finishing off everything else. But first, we're gonna wash our hands. Okay, let's get the chicken out. Okay, we're gonna wash this, come back, and make sure everything is seasoned. The oven is already preheated to 375, so after we finish seasoning the chicken, that's when we are going to lay the chicken in my glass container. We're gonna let that cook while we get started prepping everything else. We're gonna do a thin layer of salt on the first half. We're gonna do top and half, just a thin layer. Now for your oregano, I definitely use this a lot, so I'm running a tad dry. I'm not gonna season the chicken heavily because once it gets mixed in with the sauce, I don't want it to be too overpowering. So just a thin layer. It's just a thin layer on both ends. Now, like I said, for your fajita seasoning, I like to experiment in the kitchen. And so one day I saw this in here from when we made fajitas, and then I just used it because I liked the taste that it gives to chicken. And so that's why I said, and it brought out flavor tremendously as well. So this is gonna have a thicker coat. So like I said, so that was that side. And then we're gonna flip, not gonna flip, we're gonna flip flop. And then we're gonna season this side. I'm gonna do this with both batches, because there's this half and there's another half of chicken as well. And then yeah, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so our chicken is seasoned. So now I said we're gonna put it and we're gonna transfer it, and then we're gonna put this into the oven for, like I said, 30 minutes. And the oven is already preheated to 375. So for this, we're gonna put a thin layer of olive oil, and then we're gonna just place this in the oven. And then while this is in the oven, we're going to prep everything for our next pieces. I don't know, episode 2 feels kind of weird because episode 1 was the first episode, and also I hope that you guys like my theme song intro to Keelyn's Kitchen, because like I make music, of course, and so I was like, I want to make a theme song, like something, you know, more permanent. Your thin layer's on the bottom. I'm gonna put another thin layer on the top. You're just gonna drizzle it on there. And yeah, so we're gonna place into the oven, come back, clean all of this up, and then get started with the sauce and everything else. So now we're gonna prep for the sauce and everything that goes with the chicken. The chicken is almost done. I say 10 more minutes, but after I finish cutting up and washing the rice, then I'm gonna check in and see if it's ready. But ultimately, the sauce has to be hot. Half of it is gonna go inside the sauce, and half are gonna be freshly chopped to go on top of the chicken to give I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, we have a shallot, and then we have our garlic cloves, and then we're gonna cut those up. Those go in the sauce, of course. Let me put our top off first. Oops. So for the next episode, I have this recipe in mind that I want to do, and it's very new for me, and on the show, it will be the first time I make it. I'm just gonna cut the onion down the middle, and then start from right here. The key to cut into an onion, because I can cut onions without crying, cut down the middle, but right here is the eye of the onion, and then once you cut the eyes, that's where the tears come from. I want it to be finely chopped because we're already gonna have our green onion on top, and I don't want it to be too much. So now the garlic. So time consuming. There. I'm gonna fry this and slowly add in our two sauces. While that's doing that, we're gonna get started on the rice. After the rice is finished, like right when the rice is finished, the chicken should be ready to mix in with everything else. So yeah. That's a wrap for today's episode of Keelyn's Kitchen. I really hope you enjoyed watching me make the citrus barbecue chicken. This is my first time making this, and this is an original recipe. So I really hope, no, I actually tasted a piece of chicken before I made this little sample bowl. It's really good. I can't wait to end it so I can eat this and then make my actual plate. This is just a bowl for the pictures, of course. Remember, you can find the detailed instructions and recipes in the description box below. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode of the citrus barbecue chicken. I can't wait for the next recipe. I have it in mind already, and it's very new for me, and so I can't wait. So thank you, and please remember to subscribe and like and share the video, and I will see you next time. BYE now.
Keelyn's Kitchen is Keelyn's Kitchen. It's Keelyn's Kitchen.
Okay, BYU now.